Hey, Clayton, what does the Bible say about cremation? Many people say we should not destroy our bodies in that way because if we do, there will be no body to rise up again. Let me say this. You will be raised from the dead no matter how your body was disposed of. There are lots of people who have been cremated or lost at sea or eaten by animals or had other horrible things happen to their body. And frankly, even people who are buried, it's not like their bodies are there after a while. Several centuries, they're all dust, from dust to dust. That's how it works. Remember this, God made you with a word. He's going to figure out how to put your body back together. You do not need to assist him by preserving your body in some way. It's a miracle. It's impossible. He's going to figure out how to do it. You don't need to worry about that. However, the question of cremation is not really a technical one about how resurrection works. It's a symbolic one. What you do with a body at the end of life is a sign, a message about what you believe about that body. There are certain things that you would say, I would never do that to a body. Like if someone said, you know what, my loved one died and I know they're no longer with us and their body is just an empty shell, so I'm going to feed it to my dogs. You would be horrified by that. And the reason is you believe there is something about how you treat that body that says something about what you believe about that person, about their hope, about all sorts of things that you say this action does not fit with that. And so we want to do things with bodies that say what we believe about them and about their hope and about their future. And cremation communicates different things than burial. It's a really curious thing that everywhere the gospel has spread, different cultures as it's entered into those cultures, when it has come into a culture where cremation was the predominant practice, that practice has been replaced by burial. Now, this is a natural thing. There's not a verse in the Bible that says that's how it's supposed to be done. But burial seems to say something about what we believe about the body and about the future and what our hope is. You know, Christianity has an incredible message. It's so physical. It's a message, a worldview that dignifies the body more than pretty much any other because we believe that God, not only he made our bodies, but God took on a body. God himself came into this world in a physical human body. He died in that body. He was buried in that body, and he was raised in that body. And now God the Son still has a body. He is in heaven with a body, and he will always, always have a body. And one day he will raise our bodies, and he will raise the world. The physical world will continue to exist. Our hope is not that we're going to float off into a world where there is no body anymore. Our spirit is not released from our body to forever wander in the spiritual realms. That's not how it works. Our hope is physical, not purely spiritual. And so when Christians are deciding how they want to treat a body of someone who has died, we want to try and reflect what we actually believe about that. And so burial shows some dignity, shows some future to that body in a way that cremation doesn't necessarily communicate. And so Christians have said over the years, this is a more fitting way, not a required way, but a fitting way to show what our hope is. Now, don't hear me wrong. I'm not saying you gotta have burial, but there's a reason why Christians have favored that. And besides, right now, burial is very expensive. And so a lot of people say, I simply can't afford to do that for my loved one or for myself. And so cremation is the simpler way to go. And there's no problem with doing that. But I want to tell you, I like graves. I like gravestones. And it's not some, gothic, morbid kind of thing like, ooh, I just love the spookiness. No, nothing like that. I think that they are monuments to a future miracle. I think that they say, here marks the site of a future resurrection. I hope that my grave mark is a way of saying, right here, right at this moment, something incredible is going to happen. When Jesus returns, Clayton Keenan's going to pop out of this grave. He is going to be resurrected. It's going to be a sight to see. I want to be buried in a shirt that says, check me out in my new resurrection body. Because I'm going to come out of that grave and I'm going to be like, look at this. I got my body back and I look good. And I hope you're excited for that. I hope that something like that is the hope that you have. Both when you face your death one day in your life, when people that you know die in Christ and you look at them and you say, I have hope for them. And it's more than hope that one day out there they're going to be okay. But right here, right now, their body is going to be raised just like Jesus's was.
Thanks for listening. If you've got your own questions, email questions@BibleSavvy.com. Like and subscribe to catch our regular episodes every Monday on the Bible Savvy Podcast.